Hey guys, decided to do a twofer today. I got another beer from Wisconsin Brewing Company, and this will be a blind tasting this time, guys. Another fairly new offering, and this is their brown porter. So this is a porter, which is much like a stout. I've tried to get a clear differentiator about the difference between a porter and a stout. There really isn't. Stouts tend to be a bit thicker, is the only real definition. It's sort of up to a brewer to decide. I mean, it's going to have roasted malts. They traditionally have sort of the coffee, dark chocolate, bitterness, that sort of thing. This is a style I generally love, guys. But anyway, this is Wisconsin Brewing Company. This is their brown porter, and it comes in at 5.2%, guys. And this again will be a blind tasting, so well, I don't know what to expect. Again, guys, the cap. But it's the same cap on all of their beers. So I've done a number of their beers. So I'll give her a crack here, guys, and see what happens. I'll give her a pour. And of course, my camera's got to freeze, and I'm about ready to give her a pour. And as you can see, guys, it's fairly dark. I didn't pour that very well, but again, when I get a freeze and kind of mid-pour, it throws me off my rhythm. So we'll let that settle for a minute, guys. The one thing I will note, and I did kind of hint at that, I've noticed most things classified as a stout are generally darker and thicker. Ports tend to be, or porter rather, excuse me. Porters tend to be, at least in my experience, more of a dark brown rather than a black color, and this one is certainly no exception to that. See if we can try to get the rest of this in here. It's barely going to make it. And it's about a finger and a half, maybe, of tan colored head. Again, it's fairly dark, but it's more of a dark brown rather than a black. So we'll give it a smell here, guys. And interesting, I get the roasted malts, but this definitely doesn't smell, I'm not getting the coffee and the, caramel and that sort of thing that I get from a lot of stouts. Now, this is a porter. This is not a stout, but a little bit of the bitterness comes through. Definitely very malty. It's a very malty style. Maybe just a whiff of black coffee coming through now. It's opening up a bit. Sometimes with these beers, especially when I keep them fairly cold, guys, it does limit the aromatic qualities. Yeah, I would say I get a little hint of black coffee, but not the most astonishing on the smell. Let's dive into this and see what the taste is like, guys. Cheers. Wow. Wow. Hold that thought for a minute, guys. Well, the taste is significantly nicer than the aroma. It's a little aromatically challenged for compared to most porters I've ever had. This is really nice, guys. It's smooth. Uh, That black coffee comes through really strongly on the taste, and there is a very nice, like an English toffee flavor that comes through as well. Um, it's quite nice. I'm kind of taken aback a little bit on this one. Nice bitterness on the back end. A hint of dark chocolate. This is not a chocolatey thing, though. It's more of a little bit of caramel, that English toffee, and a lot of black coffee. It's not overly sweet. I mean, it is a porter. Like I say, they tend to be slightly thinner. This certainly isn't a big, goopy, syrupy, thick, stout characteristic. It's definitely a porter, but I am pretty pleasantly surprised with this one, guys. Pleasantly surprised. One more taste, guys, and then I'll go ahead and we'll score this and get on with our lives. Yeah, this is wonderful. I am really surprised. I was not expecting to be as impressed with this as I am, to be honest. I thought I might be slightly let down, but no, this is fantastic. At 5.2%, you could session this all day long. And it's, dark. It's the very early hours of the morning where I live, but I don't think this one is so overpowering that you'd be put off even on a fairly warm day. It's not super heavy. It's light enough that you, like I said, that you could session it. It's really quite good. This is going to be added to my repertoire of regular beers for sure, guys. It's not the most complex porter I've ever had, so I'm not going to give it any kind of massive monster score, but I am going to go ahead and give this an 8.5, guys. I'm really shocked by this one. I really wasn't expecting anything but a pretty average kind of a porter, and there's certainly more going on than that, guys. So I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10 for Wisconsin Brewing Company's Brown Porter. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching yet again, and I will talk with you later.